All right. Hey, good evening. We are live on YouTube here. Merry Christmas. It's a week of Christmas. Ah! And maybe you've had customers go, hey, do you still have? Hey, can I get more of? Hey, do you have? And we just go, yes, yes, we do. I had a woman this morning message me at 6:30. She goes, I know you're super busy this time of year, but I am desperately in need. I'm like, it's okay. We got you. I got you covered, girl. My neighbor lady called on Saturday. Beth, I need more mint bliss. I need like those little snowman things you make up because I got people coming and I need those. Okay, great. I'm heading out on deliveries soon. I'll be there. So, it's fun. So well, I'm going to start tonight out with a question for my consultants. And if you're going to watch this on YouTube, type it in the chat for us so we know what yours is too. All right, so we see some festivities going on here today. Darla has her earrings on that match her buttons on her beautiful sweater. Oh my goodness, woo-hoo-hoo, Merry Christmas. What is your favorite red lip color to wear? I have mine on.
I don't have mine on, but mine is Appleberry is my favorite.
Appleberry. Ooh, yeah. Appleberry is your favorite. Vicki, what's your favorite? And you don't have to have it on tonight. I just want to know what's your favorite red.
I don't know. Because I kind of go between them. So I don't know which one is actually a favorite.
She likes them all. That's what she's
saying.
She likes them all.
And it never used to be that way until Beth put red on me. And then, yeah, I liked it.
And there was no going back from there because it just looked beautiful. I have scarlet red on. And I love scarlet red. I also like wearing our iconic red lip gloss. Okay, so I really like the iconic red lip gloss on. So just a little fun for the night, and why not have a fun lip party, for the new year, a lip teeny party or a New Year's lip party, satin lips, and try a couple of our lip products. And you actually can do some stripe testing on the back of a hand to pick out maybe the favorite lip liner they want to try on and a favorite lipstick. Okay. So just some fun things for bookings. People want fun. People have been rushing around. People have been like, oh my goodness, they want fun, 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 fun. So let's do fun. Okay. So I'm going to be emailing out tonight after we're all done the YouTube link to this. And we're also going to be sending out the newsletter because the second to last page in your newsletter is how do I close out my year end? Okay, how do I close out? These are just some checklists for us as we're closing out our Mary Kay businesses. So that's going to be the heart of what we're going to be talking about tonight. I would love to know, next question, what is your favorite Christmas cookie? I know Vicki's laughing. Vicki, you're not on screen anymore. Your camera went out.
It did it on purpose.
Oh,
trying to get her
to find it.
You know what? Mine are in the car. The kids and I wore them out shopping today. We had those, we had these, and we had elf hat on. And Leo goes, we're going in the store looking like this. I was like, of course we are. And the first thing that happened is somebody walks up to me and goes, hey, Miss Elf, could you help me with understanding how these rechargeable batteries work? And I'm thinking, do you think I work here? I don't know. Because I had an elf hat on, I must have been approachable. I love it. So what's your favorite Christmas cookie or cookies? You can name a couple if you have faves.
I like the cutouts.
Do you have a special recipe you use?
No, I get them from my daughter.
Those are the best way to get cutouts from your daughter. Because she made them. You didn't have
She
to.
makes them.
I love it.
They ask what I want for Christmas, and I say I want cookies. So I get cookies.
There we go. Mom is easy to please. Darla, how about you?
Well, I have had to cut back on sugar of all sorts this year, and so I haven't really made much. But this morning, I was for some reason up at 4:30, wide awake. So I decided to prep and bake 17 dozen cookies. I made little spritz cookies
Oh,
Ah,
love
And-
spritz.
and 8 loaves of banana bread. So,
wow.
so that is it. That is all I'm making, and they are done. And I like the spritz because they're lower-ish in sugar, and they just kind of like melt in your mouth, and then they're gone. So
They really do. They really do. And to me, they're not a sweet cookie.
Right.
Yeah,
no
it's
frosting
just
needed,
very,
nothing
yeah.
like that. So
Mm-hmm. Oh, beautiful. So you have a spritz maker. Yay.
yeah,
Good to
I
know.
do.
Good to know. I may hire you. Bonnie, how about you?
I like, some people call them snowballs. I call them pecan balls. Those are my
Oh.
favorite.
Yes, yeah.
Mm.
I didn't
I-
realize how easy they were actually to make. My issue is that I eat them all once I make them.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
turn into a snowball, just so y'all know.
Yeah.
And you can't hide it because you get powdered sugar all over you, you know.
Right.
Peter's like,
Mhm.
what are you doing? Oh, nothing. There's powdered sugar all over you.
My gosh, that's so funny. I'm a peanut butter blossom, and I use
Oh.
just a cup of sugar, cup of peanut butter, 1 egg, and a little vanilla in them, and mix them up. So I don't use any flour in those, so that Emily can eat them.
Oh,
So then they're
okay.
gluten free. And then the little stars in the middle of them. I do not unwrap Hershey Kisses. I think that's a waste of my time. So I just buy the stars from Farm and Fleet in their ginormous bag and press them in there.
I used to make those too. Those were good too.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. But yeah, a lot of sugar there again. So, oh my goodness. You know, the memories of it all. And I love my mom's cutouts. They're just the best. And I don't think she made any this year because she grabbed gluten-free flour instead. And she's like, they stuck to the pan. They just annoyed me. I just tossed solid dough in the garbage. I was done. I'm like, oh, Mom.
Aw.
I love you, Mother. But anyway, well, we're going to talk a little bit here about closing out your Mary Kay business for the year here. And a lot of you are just selling up a storm. We do want to share that as you are entering things in on the new customers and you're putting their orders in, it's adding in shipping, it's adding in tax, and it's placing it all into your weekly accomplishment sheet as a sale. So you're going to have to go in and manually adjust it to just be that 00 or 50. And a lot of you are smiling and nodding. You've probably already seen that happening. Please send an email to the company that those things are not to be included in what our product sold is, because then the government will think we now get taxed on our shipping charges. We now get taxed on our, everything else in there. So in sales tax, and that is incorrect. We just need to have a number that says gross product moved off our shelf without anything else. So please let the company know that's happening to you so that they get inundated with messages and they will have to respond to update that and make it right.
I did send an email in, Beth, so.
Okay, great.
And then my addresses showed up.
Mm.
I sent an email into that too, and my addresses all of them did populate finally.
Okay, good. I have not checked on that. I know yesterday morning when I went to check for a delivery, all of product history was gone on all of my consultants or customers. I had no product history on them. And today when I went in, it was back. So I'm sure they're working on where did that all go? Why did it migrate over to the new system? So we'll just all be patient. And I am grateful I had all my weekly accomplishment sheets done. buy before this all went in. So, yeah. Yay! All right. So we're going to just start this out here. And the first thing is to make sure at December 31st or January 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. Okay. I know you're going to be here for quarterly workshop on the 3rd, but in that time frame, take a physical count of your inventory. And so I'd like to know maybe just a little tip from each one of you. Darla, if you kind of want to start us off with some inventory, and then if Bonnie or Vicky has an extra tip on how you do that, that would be great. So, Darla, you want to start us out?
Well, there's, several different ways that you can do it. You can go through In Touch and just pretend that you're making an order to, to fulfill through Mary Kay, and just walk through your inventory, whatever size you have. I know in the past, when I first started, I actually would just take a lookbook and I would put dashes next to each of the items and just do it that way so that I had it all in writing and picture in front of me. And it's not necessary to do the colors, like I have one of this color, one of that color. You just 15 eyeshadows, 10 lipsticks, if you need to be more detailed. I know I kind of have that problem. Then there is an Excel spreadsheet that is available, and it has been updated. And I'll put that link into the Go Wild Facebook page. That has all of the limited edition for, it goes back to 21, I believe, 2021. Everything that has been discontinued and all of the limited edition is on there. And so if you need a price for something, that's where it's handy. So you can keep that information. So as soon as I get that, I immediately eliminate anything that I don't have stock on. So it's not cumbersome. But if I have stock on it, I keep that information. So if I sell it, I know what I charged, or what's charged for it. So
those are really, really great tips. So if you want the Excel spreadsheet, because some of you will want it and others of you will not want it, okay? And we're very clear on that. We are all very different business women. And so you can simply just get a physical count of your inventory through In Touch also, but a physical count. Vicky, any other tips or maybe something that you do that makes it easy for you to do this?
I know Darla had kind of already mentioned it, but like she said, if you have a bunch of lipsticks or eyeshadows, just for whatever the price is, just count them all together instead of I got this, one of this color, two of this color. That's going to save you tons of time instead of going through the individuals. So
yeah, that is such a great tip. A great tip on that. Bonnie, how about you? Do you have other things that you do?
I have I Beauty Advisor, and I've been using that for many years. I will let you know I have not updated it probably, and I mean I'm not part of their like subscription or anything, so I have like the main one. The only reason why I never updated it is because they combined. So like, let's say you have black eyeliners and the formula switches or something like that, it combined them all together when I did the integration, and I had to go back through and separate. So I do all the manual stuff. One tidbit that I do at the end of the year is I go through. Sometimes throughout the year, we have products that, you double check and they might be getting expired or however, and you can set them aside. But I double check a lot of my stuff at the end of the year, and I do put them in a separate bin, the things that are expiring, so that you can write them off. There's no reason, like I have a bunch of hand sanitizers that have now expired, so I'll be writing them off at the end of the year. And then I saw something on Facebook. I mean, I kind of have been doing this. I have them set, but there is I think it was a director. She had taken limited edition stuff and she literally has it in a separate basket. And she had already, so she's got it. She's got some in a basket and then some in a written off basket. So she might write some stuff off and then have it in a basket already ready to go to give away as whatever. So I thought that was kind of interesting too, even though I do have my limited edition stuff in a different area. I just thought that that was kind of interesting. So
Something that
anyway,
you can take
that's
with
my
you for,
tidbits.
yeah, and I appreciate that. I like that with the limited edition, and maybe you have just a separate shelf that is your limited edition, or to pull that expired stuff. Now, if you have customers like mine that are always looking for a deal, they always want a deal. Hey, we're a month out from expiration doesn't mean it's a bad product. It just means I'm going to be selling it at this, and I thought of you. A lot of times people are like, wow, it's just fine. You know, they've got a good shelf life on them. So it's not like it's smelly, it's rancid, or anything else like that. And you're upfront, you're saying this will be expiring in the next 30 days, but you can use it afterwards. It doesn't, you know, instead of SPF 30, it might be SPF 29. Okay. So just so they know that. But the clients that like the deal, they're like, hey, I'll take it.
Mhm.
You guys, in June, I do a demo sale. I throw all my demonstrators in a big pot, and I'm like $2. And people are like grabbing through to take my demonstrators for $2, you know, and they just take them home with them then. And
Never
they're
thought about that.
they're gone. They're out of here. They don't
Wow.
care. People that like a deal like that, they know I've taken care of it. They know nobody else has touched it. It was just used as a demonstrator, and I don't have it anymore. So the other thing I do too,
Interesting.
yeah, if I've got like, oh, that was my last of this, like if you had a last perfume or a last of this, like maybe a berry lip gloss, lip oil. Oh, here's my demonstrator. Would you like to buy my demonstrator for $5? Or if they bought a big order and they had that in there, hey, I've got one of these left. It was my demonstrator. Is it okay if I throw it in? Will you use it? Oh, I'll use that. Yeah, not a problem. Throw it in for them. It's freeing to you to get rid of it. Okay. And you don't have stuff sitting around. Freedom is good. So
But one
count your,
thing I do want to
Mhm.
mention though, if you do, when you do pull from your inventory, if you have discontinued product, or not discontinued necessarily, but expired product where it is physically expired on the date, to put that on a physical list to utilize for your taxes and physically take a picture of it so that
ah,
you have it for your taxes. So that if there's ever any question on it, you have that proof also. Because
great.
sometimes, I mean, if there's a large amount, it's the same way also if you're going to donate a large amount of product at the end of the year. I know that I have done that in the past
Mhm.
where there's things when we switched skincare systems. I donated a large amount of product to the homeless shelter here in town, the women's shelter. And so I was made sure that I had it all documented on a sales slip. And I
Mhm.
also took a picture of the entire amount so that there was any question tax wise, I had proof of that.
So smart. So smart.
Yeah.
Thank you for those tips. So good. So that's count your inventory. Know what your retail dollar amount is. Divide it by 2 for your wholesale dollar amount, your tax person. Or if you are your tax person, you will need that for your Schedule C that you'll be filling out at year end. Second thing on the list is to measure and record the square footage of your MK space. What are you using for Mary Kay exclusively? And it can be just a physical, I have 100 square feet for my Mary Kay business. It's 10 by 10. I know Darla, you have a room. Vicki, you have a room. I know Bonnie, you have a couple of rooms. One upstairs, one downstairs. And they
Well,
are Mary
actually,
Kay.
they're both upstairs now.
Oh, they're both upstairs. And they're Mary Kay. Okay. And that's the same here for myself. What is Mary Kay only? And you want to make sure you've got that square footage taken for the new year. Um, documenting your mileage is number 3. Okay. And so what are some ways that each of you document your mileage? Ending
I use
mileage.
this, I use the Stride. We use it for our business. It's an app called Stride. So on my Mary Kay phone, when I go to do Mary Kay, I turn it on and then I shut it off when I'm done. And then I always make a note on that. And then I get an Excel spreadsheet at the end of the year. It tells what the starting was, what the ending was, what the total was, and the addresses. It's really kind of cool. We use it for the other business too.
Nice. I did not know about that.
I
Yeah,
use Everlance. It's the same system as that. Because I track my Mary Kay business and medical appointments too. And so, I get it monthly, just so that I can keep up with it on a smaller scale.
Yep.
And
I can,
break it down. And it's nice. I mean, if I took the time, I could download all of my receipts into the system as well. But I don't do that part of it.
Okay. Wow. Everlance.
No,
LANCE.
Ever, EVER,
Ever.
LANCE.
Okay.
Everlance.
Everlance. Okay. Great. I see. This is why I have to talk with people that have great tips for me. So yay. All right, Vicky, how about you?
I just use the paper one that we have in our system. You just print it out and I write the date. It's the date, who you're going to see, the starting mileage, ending mileage, and then there's a spot that actually says how many miles you went. And
Beautiful.
that's what I do.
And mileage becomes a very large deduction for all consultants. I mean, whatever the government tells you you can take as a standard mileage deduction, you can take, and it is a great deduction. So better than expenses, actual expenses on your vehicles. So make sure you are logging your mileage, okay? So take care of that. Next up is organization of your income and expense receipts, which would be your weekly accomplishment sheets, and then your expense receipts. Did I buy cotton balls? Did I get headbands? Did I have, oh, I got a pom pom and I use it at my meetings. Yes. Or I had to get the really cute reindeer, antlers to go on here and my Santa earrings. So, no, what you're deducting. Maybe give us a couple of tips on that and how you log it or keep it or do that.
Well, I do my weekly accomplishment sheets. I mean, that's just a given because I have been doing those for 16 years. It keeps my mind set on, keeps my sales tracking. I have to admit, I am not consistent on tracking my expenses. I keep all my receipts, but I don't record them as consistently as I would like. So that is a New Year's resolution.
I love that you said that. And if you look at the book, The Atomic Habits, how can you bundle habits together? How can you do that? So if you are excellent at your weekly accomplishment sheets, and then you go, okay, so my weekly income is done. What did I have for expenses this week? Type. It'll probably take you 5 minutes every week.
Yeah.
And
I'm usually good like in January and February, and then it's like
yeah, the buddy. And what happens is we get busy or a distraction or we travel or something like that. And then we got off routine. And it's like, no, how fast can I get back on routine and buddy that right back to your weekly accomplishment sheet of, okay, that's all done now. So, and just so you know, no guilt here at all. If you were sitting where I'm sitting right now, I'm looking at my stack of receipts that have to go entered into the computer.
Yeah, mine are like right here.
They're there, ready to go. Okay, other tips that you have for income and expenses.
I use my program, but again, all my receipts are in an accordion folder. I'll be honest. I'm about 8 months behind. So, but they're out of sight. They're out of sight. They're in an accordion folder. They're just, you know,
But at least they're
Yeah.
not floating around. That's, you
no,
know,
no, they're not floating around, but
Yeah, they're all there. Or even if you can get in the mindset of it's the first of the month, I'm logging everything from the month prior. And like that just becomes a non-negotiable for you that's what I'm gonna do. And if it really is a problem, hire it done. There is somebody that loves to do data entry work out there. If you don't, hire it done. Just go, here's my expenses, type them in. That's all you have to do. Hire it done. It is very freeing. So, Vicki, anything else you want to add to income and expenses?
No, I kind of go along with the other ones. That kind of gets a little pile, and sooner or later I catch up. I do keep all the receipts and everything. And, if I have a event I'm going to, I make sure I print off a copy of the event and how much it cost. And if I gave anything away, all that kind of stuff is on there. But it doesn't quite make it to the other paper.
I will say whenever I do go to career conference or seminar or any event that we go away, I
Mhm.
usually do take an envelope with me, either a small manila envelope or a regular envelope, and everything goes in that envelope for that event. So it doesn't get lost. So I can track how much money I've spent on that event.
That's excellent.
So that, and I usually write on the cover of it. Because a lot of times you don't have time to make notes, and you're
Right.
so busy during those events. So I
It
just
is.
put
It's
the
not a
slips in
vacation,
there and
ladies.
I, write
Ugh.
down, food, this amount, and taxi, this amount, or Uber or whatever, so,
Right,
because sometimes you don't necessarily get receipts.
right.
If you're
A
splitting
lot of things are
know.
electronic now.
Yeah.
And so if you have electronic receipts coming in, I have a folder in my email that says to be printed 2025 or
Yep.
to be entered 2025. And that's where I dump them all into until I sit down and start going through everything. So it's in there. And then once it's out of there, it's deleted because I know I've printed it or logged it. It's deleted and it's gone. So I
And
don't
then-
double do it.
Yeah. Another thing, very important thing to remember too, is that if you put everything on a credit card, that's wonderful, but a credit card is not a receipt. A credit card statement is not. So you still have to have a receipt. You may never get audited. Never say never, right, Beth? So
Exactly.
so you still have to have a receipt for everything. And now with everything being electric wallets, digital wallets, Venmos, especially if you use your Venmo for personal use, you have to make sure that if you are transferring money from your Venmo into your checking account for XYZ, that you make notation on that it is not a Mary Kay expense, that money came in for something else, and that you're not taking from your Mary Kay money into your personal account for something else.
Right.
So those are, yeah, because I used my Venmo for, unfortunately, very large amounts of money for my class reunion expenses. I had people paying very large amounts of money for donations and signing up and fees of all kinds of things. Thousands of dollars went through there because nobody else had any other options for it. And so
we're the smart, savvy business women, and we can notate all of that is where that money went to, and therefore it was not an income to each of us in our businesses. Therefore, will not be taxed on. So,
right.
Yeah, very, very important things. Oh, you guys are all so smart, so smart. Okay, next up on the list is to collect or settle any outstanding product trades. Okay, I will just say we don't borrow and trade very much in our unit. It's very minimal. And if we're looking for something, it's typically a limited edition product. that maybe we sold out of, a client needs an extra one, we're looking for that. But to borrow from somebody else's inventory is not smart business. It just means you need more inventory. Because that would be like if I was Menards and I ran out of toilet paper, let's say, I wouldn't go to Farm and Fleet and say, hey, can I borrow, 4 cases of toilet paper to sell this week? You would never do that. Okay. Don't do it in your Mary Kay businesses. Have enough inventory. And I'm not talking about the exception of, a client who just called you up last minute and is leaving on an airplane tomorrow and you don't have enough to fulfill it. Get those things done and in, because an exception like that can happen to any of us at any given day. My rule has always been be exceptional. Don't be the exception. Okay. And all of you are exceptional. So make sure you've got that all taken care of if you have any. Make sure your customer deliveries are done. And what are your outstanding customer balances? I know right now I'm sitting on 3 people sending me checks. Things are super slow right now for checks coming in. I'm like, oh my gosh. That's why I just tell people now I prefer Venmo or Cash App or Zelle. I want that, and I don't want the charge of running credit cards. So that's my preferred. And I will tell you, people say, do you take credit card? I do. I prefer cash check or a Cash App, one. But if they
I
need
gotta
your
go,
card,
guys.
bye.
Have a good week.
Have a great one.
Bye.
Congratulations. You had a great week in sales again. So, but yeah, make sure you've got that done. Next up is your weekly accomplishment sheets, up to date. We kind of talked about that with the income earlier. Next is a starter kit refresh. Okay. Just want to talk about, when do you refresh your starter kits? What does that look like? And how does that make you feel when you go in and you just update your kit? Have you ever gone to a party and you went, shoot, that looks ugly?
Yeah.
Yeah, the tubes look very well worn and used.
You have this
and
much
or
eye makeup
empty.
remover.
Or empty and not realizing it was the end of it the last time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a sponge tip applicator. Stay, use your finger. Funny, not
Yeah,
funny.
it does make you feel better when you have the correct supplies in there and they're fresh, because you might have had it in there for a year or whatever and not used it, more than one time. And
Yeah. What I try to do is when it gets to be like half, 3/4 used, or the bottle starts to look a little weird, as I will, especially if it's something I use, I'll put it in my bathroom and use it up, and then put a fresh one in my starter kit anytime. But I always, at the end of the year, if it shows any sign of, being used up, then I'll just get a whole new set in there.
Yeah,
Especially if I haven't done it in the last 2 or 3 months.
yeah, for sure.
Mm.
That makes all the difference in the world on how you're utilizing that product. And for me, when I'm down to the end of a mascara, I'll just hand it to the hostess at that party and just go, okay, well, you get to use up the last couple of days on this because I'm barely getting any out. And she's like, oh, thank you. They're all excited about it. But then you put a brand new one in, and it helps you to just reset, reorganize. I mean, you think about it, when your house gets cleaned or your house gets vacuumed, you feel fresh. It feels clean. It feels organized. It's like, we all work differently. We have a good mental awareness then when everything is reset and refreshed. So do that with your starter kit too. And you can write it off as a demonstrator. Just take out a sales ticket and write demonstrator. I have a client named Demonstrator. Okay. And that's where I go to, is my client named Demonstrator. And just type it right in there. Okay, next up is your personal items and any inventory refresh. This is the time of year to really just go through, reset your inventory. What are you low on? What do you need? How can I get that in before the end of the year? And make sure you've got that all ready to go for the new year. So do you guys have any strategies you do at the end of the year to just really look over things and make sure you're reset and ready to go for the new year?
I just wanted to hop back on and say Merry Christmas, everybody.
Oh,
Yeah,
Merry
Merry Christmas, Bonnie.
Christmas!
Merry Christmas,
Yeah.
Bonnie.
Congratulations on a great week again. And you're just up
Yeah.
there selling, selling,
It
selling.
was 9/901.
901.
All right.
Woo!
So
Pom-poms! My tax
I
deductible pom-pom. Yay!
woo! I love you all very much, and I'll see you again.
All
Okay.
righty.
Right.
Drive careful.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So yeah. So just a refresh in your personal items. How do you do that too?
I usually, well, I keep a microdermabrasion in the shower, so usually, that I'll put a new one in when I know the other one's getting low, so I don't have to run out. You know,
Like me last night, it's like, shoot, that was the end of the micellar water.
Yeah. Luckily we have 2 bathrooms. Dan has his, I have mine. So mine is right next to my office, so I can just run around the corner and get what I need. But yeah, so
Beautiful.
backups.
Vicki, any tips on restocking your inventory at the end of the year, knowing where you're low, what you need?
No, I mean, I have a shelf that Roger made me. It's a little corner shelf, and I can put everything up there. And yeah, you can see on most of it, you can see when you're low on things, and I just get them out when I need them, I guess. But yeah, it's some of it's getting low because it's that time of year. You gotta
Yeah.
have your lotions and things like that. So
For sure.
As far as
I
my
know.
regular inventory, my full inventory, I make sure that I'm set for the end of the year, because I know that I like to have, inventory in Mary Kay is good to have at the end of the year. It's a tax, incentive for us, I guess. Is
It's a
the way I
benefit.
look at it. It's a benefit, yeah, for us to have inventory.
Mhm.
So I always want to make sure that I place an order. I don't like to wait until the last few days of the month. I like to get it in like maybe the day after Christmas, so that I have a better chance of getting it before the end of the year, if I can. And
Mhm.
so again, I'm a firm believer on, having at least one of everything. Sometimes I have 10 of something, but I don't like to not have one of everything. I just get very paranoid because I have customers that want it and they want it now and I want to get it to them. So, but that's me. Not everybody feels that way, and I'm not saying everybody has to.
Right, right. And it's great. And even if you have half of what they want, if they're willing to wait then
Right.
versus, oh, you order. It's kind of like I remember when the malls were a big thing and Sears was on one end and JC Penney was on the other end. And if you couldn't find what you were looking for at one, you just walked to the other store and you found it and you picked it up and you went home with it. And I still believe that is how come there's other box stores out there that are still in business, is because when women want it, they want to walk there, they want to shop, they want to pick it up, and they want to go home with it. And I believe that about our products. We are an instant gratification, company for women. I want to go home and look cute again in 24 hours. I don't want to wait 7 days and then go, how did you do that on me again? So that's my personal opinion on that too. And it's fine if you differ from me. I people buy 3 times as much when you have it on hand. They're like, I'll throw that into. I'll throw that into.
And I didn't start with a full inventory when I started. I started with a $600 order. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a little tiny box of product, and I just built from there. But I've had people come to me and say that they stopped buying from Mary Kay because the person that they were buying from, they used to have to wait 2 or 3 weeks to get an order. And they were shocked
Yeah.
that I could give it to them today. So,
Yeah, and I think that's a beautiful thing. So, and now with the new e-commerce platform, there is no reason not to pop right on and get that order in and shipped to them and get your profit immediately. So,
right.
yeah, definitely. So that's a great thing. Finally on the list is get a new date book. Get a new date book. Have a fresh date book and ready to go the new year. You probably already have done that. Mine is not right here next to me right now. I think it's upstairs or in a tote or something. I don't know. Right now, I don't know. I'm here. That's all that matters. Get a new date book. It's really, really important to have that so you know where you're going. A lot of you will use digital calendars, and so that freshness of a new date book may not even be something you need. But I will now sit down tonight after a meeting. I'll pull out a fresh notebook. It'll be my January leads, my February, and my March. It'll be for my next quarter of my to-do list and who I'm contacting and everything. It'll all go in that notebook. So I'll have that all ready to go for the next 90 days out. So
Are
yay.
you still using the spiral? And I know you started that, what, like 6 months ago?
Mhm.
And
I've been
you
using
still-
it all the time. And
Yeah.
you know, there's a few days like if we get busy with family stuff and I don't get something in there, but then I use some of those pages for notes. And it's just I can go back to it. I've got all my notes in there. I've got all of my clients and who I need to follow up with, and you know, my birthday lists are all in there. So yeah. And I'm really running that people, if they can't get together the month of their birthday, that they can get together with me the month after their birthday. And people are like,
Right.
really? I was so busy last month. Yes, let's get together after your birthday. So bookings. All right. Well, I've got a couple of little fun things here for us tonight. So let me go with where to go. There it is. I'm going to ask you a little question here. If you're watching on YouTube, you're going to have fun. So are you ready? In the movie Home Alone, where does Kevin's family accidentally travel to for Christmas?
Accidentally?
Accidentally. They accidentally went there.
One was Paris, but I don't know if that was the first one or second or third.
Well,
I don't know that it was accidental. I think they had tickets. So
What-
I think they traveled there.
Yeah.
So yes, Paris. Paris is the right answer. They went to
Okay.
Paris. What Christmas movie features a boy who boards a magical train to the North Pole?
Oh, Polar Express. Yay! I love that movie.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so in Elf, what are the 4 main food groups according to Buddy?
Oh, syrup. No,
That is one of them. Yes, syrup is one of them. Yep. What else does Buddy consider a main food group?
marshmallows? No.
Pretty close. Candy corn.
Candy corn.
Okay.
Candy corn and candy. Okay.
Candy.
3 is candy. And then what's the symbol of
The candy cane?
a candy cane? Yep. So candy, candy canes, candy corn, and syrup.
Syrup.
And he loves syrup on everything, even that.
And everything.
Yeah, on everything. All right. So let's go to something different. Do you know which country is credited with starting the tradition of decorating a Christmas tree? Which country is credited with starting the tradition of decorating Christmas trees?
Is it Germany? I don't know. I'm guessing.
It is! Ding, 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 ding. You didn't know you're going to have to
Wasn't gonna
do
say that.
trivia tonight, right?
No.
I just asked Chat GPT to give me a few things on different subjects so we could play a few little games here tonight. What was the original purpose of hanging stockings by the fireplace?
Probably to dry them.
That's what I would have thought too. It's to receive gifts from Saint Nicholas. Because
Oh.
Saint Nicholas in Germany is that epitome of love and generosity. So they hung their stockings there to dry and then get gifts.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What color were early Santa Claus outfits before red became popular? This is interesting to me.
Brown? I don't,
Yeah,
brown.
green or brown. And it's like that traditional, like almost cloak with the hood on it
Yeah.
type old world Saint Nicholas look on there. All right, well, let's move on to some Christmas items and fun facts. Which Christmas song is the best selling single of all time?
White Christmas.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
You are correct.
We just watched that the other night.
Aww.
Again, we watch it every year. And I have a
That's-
DVD with all the extra stuff on it. So
White Christmas. I love it. I love it. What Christmas decoration was originally made from real silver?
tinsel.
Tinsel was
Oh.
made from real silver.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see. What popular Christmas beverage is traditionally made with milk, sugar, and eggs?
Eggnog.
Eggnog.
There you go. What do you like in your eggnog? Rum? I don't know. And what do people traditionally place at the top of a Christmas tree?
The star.
I have an angel.
Yeah,
So do
But-
I.
yeah. We do too.
Well, people should be more like us.
That's right.
Oh my
Actually, I had a
goodness.
Saint Nicholas for a long time.
Did you?
Yeah, with a brown
On
cape.
top?
With a
Oh
Mhm.
my gosh, that's so cool. And now you collect nutcrackers.
yes, I do.
That is
Lots
so
of them.
cool.
Yeah.
Vicky, what's your favorite symbol of Christmas or something that just is kind of you with Christmas?
I don't know. Other than I love lights. I love Christmas lights, and I like to go around this time of year and see what all the houses have, for lights
Mhm.
and that. And haven't made it down to my daughter's yet, but I know it's always great down there.
Beautiful. Aw, that's so wonderful. I just like to get to know you a little bit more, even though we've shared 20 years together, plus,
I know.
plus, or just a little less than, it's like you still get to know people and who they be and what they love. So, well, what were your total sales for last week? I have not even looked at weekly accomplishment sheets with this whole new changeover. So if you have not gotten them in yet, it's okay. Erin's on vacation for 2 weeks, so she won't be looking at anything.
He's in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Very
I had
nice.
364.
What was your sales tip from your last week?
Well, mine was gifts, just people getting gifts. So just checking in.
Yeah. Those last minute. Post what your hours are, because I think sometimes people think we run an in-home business and it's the Christmas time that we might not be available for them to stop by and pick stuff up. They don't want to interrupt our Christmas. Send a message out to your clients to let them know. I let mine know that I'm open until 3 p.m. on Christmas Eve. Kind of
Okay.
like store hours. I'm open till 3 p.m. on Christmas Eve. So, Vicki, what are your sales from last week?
616.
Nice.
Cheer, 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 cheer. Congratulations. And the crowd goes wild. So what were your sales tips, or how did you sell 616 last week?
Some of it was the end of the 12 days of Christmas.
Okay.
And so that some of the sales from that. And if they give them to me a couple days late, it's all okay. I'll let them
Your
order
business.
And
I
then,
would too.
yeah. And then I followed up with a couple of them from the vendor event that we had. So,
Excellent. Excellent. You know, and that is a big deal. I do have a girl is doing a Poinette vendor event on April 4th. I'm not available to do it. I'm going to do the March 7th one in Wysina. But if either of you are interested in that Poinette one, let me know and I'll get you connected with Crystal. And you can do that in Poinette then. So, okay. And she runs a very nice event. I was very pleased with it. I had great results. So congratulations, Vicki Hen. Congratulations, Bonnie Followback. I know she always watches the replays of this. Over 900 for her last week. Congratulations. It is so much fun to sell product. And this is the time of year people say, I'll catch you after the holidays. Great. Between Christmas and New Year's or that first week of January. I mean, those it's just got to be flowing out of your brain. Great. Between Christmas and New Year's or right after the first of the year. And get them booked in immediately. Immediately. We've got the stuff for Reach Out Lodi for the first Monday of January, all ready to go. So I'll get that up and posted yet tonight too. So, congratulations. We have an e-commerce platform that people are going to be able to send out links. They can have people log online. If people do not want to carry inventories, I mean, it is $100. Okay. They do have to have $100 order go in to get a 30% commission on it. Under $100, they do not get commission on it.
right.
So that's just the caveat. And I'm concerned about some of the posts that are out there that say you do not no limits or something like that, or no quotas, or I'm concerned about that. So please don't just copy and paste somebody else's things. Really talk about it is an e-commerce platform. It's different than we've ever had. It is opening up to the whole world, you know, of being able to sell out there and have people just log on and order, and it's direct shipped to them from the company. So
Okay, so do you know if the consultant is not a qualified consultant yet, and somebody orders something for like $50, will it still go through and they get credit for it, but they don't get a discount on it?
correct.
So
Correct.
the consultant
They'll
doesn't
get a
get any.
$50 credit for that month, okay, but they don't make a profit on it. And so then I would be working with them, and I don't get reports on this yet, okay? So this is where we've really got to work with our teams on this, because I've got no reports of, you know, like, hey, e-commerce, Susie Q has $180 in e-commerce. Now I could work with her to get her to 225 so that she's got those orders in to hit that.
Because
So,
if she just had $50, say this month, then she starts over again in January.
correct.
So,
Correct.
yeah.
So if you want to utilize that, and those would be conversations. So if that was you, Vicki, I would say, so Vicki, we've got $50 in. How can we work to get you to 225 in orders? Okay. How can we do this? How, you know, how about another $100 order? How about another, you know, and so we're going to work with them.
But don't we have to talk retail though, because of the 30%?
That's where the rub comes in. I'm not sure how that's going to look, because if it's going through as just wholesale and not the retail, I don't know. It's going to be a learning curve for me, because I've not seen my shop stuff come through.
Because if it's $50, it's $50, but then we can't say, you know, well, we need to get you up to 225. You know, that's still, that would hit her at the 50%.
But if every order's going in, I think it's at a, you know,
Yeah,
we're gonna
At
have
the
to
hi-
work with
yeah,
this,
right.
and we need to watch what's going in for people. Um, and I probably will get a report on it underneath their name and what their wholesale amount is. So I think I should be able to go in and look at that. And then we can have conversations to help them get to the 225 wholesale. So now they're an active consultant.
I know I was
And-
working with getting some of Rebecca's order on the computer. She
Uh-huh.
hasn't quite had enough to do, you know, she wants to do it at 225. Not quite there yet. But I know when I was entering them in, you have to really watch the wholesale and the retail and then the discount line, because once you get over the $100, I think that's retail. No, it's wholesale. Then it starts taking and it'll show the 30% discount down below. And it's confusing to look at, because she wanted to know how close she was to it. And I said, okay, you need this much more. And she says, but I'm looking at, it's giving me a discount. I says, but that's not a 50% discount. That's only a 30%. So you need to get up this much more in your retail to get it. So it's very confusing.
Okay, well, that's good to know, because that makes my brain think differently then. So helping them get to 450 retail is going to be the goal.
Yeah.
Because I know at a 30% discount, I think it's like 325, you know, is still a 225 wholesale, and then they're active. So
Yeah, it's confusing when you're doing it. So yeah.
okay. We're just gonna have to learn through all of this, and I'm glad that I'm in the field and I don't know it all. Okay, I will be clear about that. We are all gonna learn this together, and it's exciting to learn new things so we don't get into a rut either. And it's just like, okay, we got something new to learn here. But we do really want to help people stay active, get active, sell more product, add more skincare customers. I mean, I am excited for this new year. I am super excited about it. And we're going to have a little bit of a rebranding in our unit, and I could not be more excited. So I think I will unveil it next week on our unit meeting about what that rebranding looks like, and moving forward for 2026. So okay. So we're going to help our teams. We're going to have the best finish ever. And Merry Christmas, my friends. It is a beautiful time of year. I hope you feel peace. I hope you feel love. I hope that even if you are alone, that you feel like you have such a community with your Mary Kay sisters and their families, and that you do feel our love and our warmth coming through to every single team member, because we value you. We love you. And to me, Christmas is about who I get to spend it with. If you saw my post on my little Charlie Brown tree, I mean, literally, I was not putting up the big tree this year. My husband goes, we need the bigger tree. Emily and Gemma put it up yesterday while I was gone. You know, you'll have people in your life that just need that little routine, and it's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know what?
Sometimes that's
Happens-
Christmas to them is the tree.
Yeah, yeah. And he compromises because it's the bigger tree, but it has white pre-lit lights on it, and he does not like white lights on a tree. He likes colored lights. And so it's like it's this compromise. He loves the big tree up, and then he put the chair so I could sit in the chair and look at the tree because he knows I like it. And I'm like, oh.
Yes.
I could have felt that way with the little tree too, but so it happens in every home.
Mhm.
And it's okay. And we just love it. And but yeah, I send love to all of you. And just know my heart is overflowing because I have the best unit ever. If we needed anything, we know we can always count on each other and that we would be there for each other and help each other out in any type of circumstance. And to me, that's the best gift I could ever be given. And then to watch you soar as you dream about what's going to be new for you in 2026 as we embark on that. So, my friends, have a blessed Christmas. Don't eat too many sweets. Don't eat all 17 dozen of your Spritz cookies.
Yeah.
Eat all the cutouts your daughter made you.
Yes.
Go
Yes.
drive around and see the Christmas lights, okay?
Yes.
And Darla, go look at that new nutcracker your husband treated you to this year. Your big blow up, right? You had a
My
big
big blow up one. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I thought that's what you said he got for you. So I'm
Yes,
like,
he did.
so wonderful. Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a beautiful, beautiful week ahead. And we will see you back here next Monday night with the unveiling of the new unit branding.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Merry
Look forward to it.
Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas,
Christmas.
everybody.
Bye.